Okay. Okay. Hello, everybody. How are you today? Today we'll continue our chapter 2 in arithmetic expression in C. We have arithmetic operators, okay, like addition, plus, in algebraic equation written f plus 7, in C the same. Subtraction minus p minus c. Multiplication star, in math bm, in C b star m. Multiplication. Division x divide by y. Okay. The new one is modulus. Modulus, it's the symbol of percentage called modulus. R mod s means R modulus s means here we have the result will be remainder. So example 10 modulus 3 equal what? 10 modulus 3 equal what? Tells me. What?
1.
1. The remainder. 10 modulus 3. The quotient will be 3. And the remainder will be 1. So R modulus 3, 10 modulus 3 equal to 1, the remainder. Okay? We'll see that. Also, we have a precedence of operation or operators. The highest priority will begin with parentheses. We must solve for any expression we have. First, we start by parentheses. Then, the second priority will start by star or division or modulus, depend from the left to the right. Okay, the first one in the left to the right. Okay, then at last we make the addition or subtraction also from the left to the right. اوكي اول وحده تصادفنا من left to right نبلش فيها. بس اول شيء بنبلش parenthesis، بنحل كل الاكسبريشن inside the parenthesis. then بنفتش we look for times, multiplication, division or modulus from left to right. اول وحده مش شرط مش معناتها المultiplication هي higher than division. It's the same priority. This three operator are the same priority from left to right. Okay, we'll see that. Also in C we have a reserved keyword. Okay, reserved word or keywords are reserved only for C. You cannot define any variable in these names. Okay, will give us error. So avoid using this variables or keywords in your declaration part for variables or another. Okay, now let's begin. What is the difference between integer division and real division? Okay, they are in C there are big difference. Okay, so division between two integers results in an integer. If we divide integer over integer, the result will be integer. Example, the result will be truncated, not rounded. We need only, the result will be only the quotient part. Okay, example, if we divide a equal 5 over 3, 5 over 3 will give us a equal to 1, not 1.16 or 17. Okay, so integer 5, you have here integer 5, divide by integer 3, the result will be only the quotient part. This ratio will give us 1.17. Okay, so we took only the quotient part, the integer part, without decimal numbers. Okay, example 10, 3 over 6 will give us 0, not 0 comma half, not 0.5. Will give us only 0 because we have integer over integer. So be attention in C arithmetic. In arithmetic in C, the integer division will give us only the quotient part, will give us integer. Okay? Whereas the division between two floats or real number, two floats or real number, or a float and integer. If we have float over float, or float over integer, or integer or over float, results in a float. So if we have any number is a float, then the result will be float. The same example, but with decimal part. So A equal 5.0 over 3. As you can see, 5.0 is a float number. It's not integer number. Here 5.0 is float number over 3. 3 is integer. So float over 3 will give us integer. Will give us float number 1.666. The same 3.0 over 6.0 float over float will give us float 0.5. So if we write without comma 0 or comma without point, so these numbers are integers. Okay? If we want this number to be float, we must add decimal part, 0.0, 0.1, whatever, 0.0. So 5.0 is a float number, whereas 5 it's integer number. So be careful, be attention for this. Okay? Any question for this? The difference between. Good. Let's now go to integer and float converters. We have integer converters or float converters. So written, the syntax will be like that. Between parentheses int and your variable here will convert from float to integer. Float will convert from integer to float. Okay, example. If we have this, okay, if we have this, if A equal 3.666 and B equal to 5. So A is a float number, B is integer number. Then C equal int between parentheses A, which is mean between parentheses int 3.666 will be equal to 3, quotient part only. So the function int will convert this float number to integer number, the quotient part. It's not rounding up or rounding down, not rounding up and rounding down, only the quotient part. Okay, even 3.9 will be 3. It's not 4. It's not rounding up or rounding down. Okay, it's conversion, int conversion. So int conversion will be from float to integer. The inverse here, float B is integer above, float B or written float 5 will be equal 5.0000. Okay, so 5 is integer, whereas 5.000 is float number. Okay, okay. What is the value of float 10 over 3? 10 over 3 is 3. Okay, when we put float before it, we convert, or we need this two integer division to be float. So will give us the real number, 3.3333. Okay, you got it? Okay, any question here? Any question?
No.
Good, good. Let's continue. Let's continue. What is the value of, if we have A equal 2, C equal 7, X equal 5.0, Z equal 7.0? What is the value of D? C modulus A. C modulus A means C 7 modulus 2. So 7 modulus 2 will give us the remainder part. What is the number 7 divided by 2, the remainder 1. 1. Good. Good. Now, what is the value of E if C divided by A? Now it's quotient. Sorry, division. Integer divide integer.
1.0.
7 over 2. No. We don't have here a conversion to binary. No. It's not binary. Okay. 7 over 2, it's integer over integer. Will give us integer or float? 3. Bravo. 3, not a 3 point. Okay? It's quotient part, not a 3 point, because integer over integer gives us integer only. Quotient part. Okay? Anyone has a question of how to get 3? Anyone?
يا دكتور مش لازم يكون 2.
هي 3. هي عم تقسمها على الحاسبة 3.33. اوكي.
فكرتها 14.
ماشي. Now W equal Z over X. Z 7.0 over X 5.0. So float over float will give us
3.33.
float. Bravo. Will give us 1.4. 7 over 5, 1.4. It's a float number because we have float over float. Float over float will give us a real number. Float number, it's a real number with decimal part. Okay. Whereas 7 over 2, it's integer number. Will give us only the quotient part. Okay. Any question here? Okay. What is the value of X over A, which is equal to 5.0 over 2? 5.0 over 2. Float over integer will give us float.
2.5.
Bravo. 2.5. Good. 2.5. Because float over integer will give us a float. Good. The last one. What is the value of A equal A plus 1.0? Which is mean A equal to will give us what? What?
Float.
3 integer.
Float number. We have here float number. So integer plus float will give us a float. So it's 3.0. It's not a 3. It's a 3.0. In C, there is difference between. 3 is integer. 3.0 is a float. Okay? In C, there is difference. In your real life, in math, there is no difference. But in C, how to calculate inside the memory, there are difference. Okay? You got it? Any question for this slide? Good. Let's continue. Example. If we have this arithmetic equation, what is the output? And show the steps. If we use calculator, the answer will be wrong. If we use a calculator to solve this, the answer will be wrong. Will not be correct, the answer. Because the calculator will calculate as a float number, not as integer number. So, will be false. Okay, first step. If we have different operators, here we have different operators.
Minus 39 to 2.
وين ما نبلش؟ Okay, we have different operators. Times, plus, division, minus. Who is the highest? Who is the highest? Highest priority to start with. Okay, so the highest is product and division. Then plus and minus. So from left to right, we have times before division. So we must begin with 2 times 5. Okay? So we'll begin like this steps. So we start by 2 times 5 because the first multiplication is from the left. From the left. So 10 will be for each step. So will be 2 times 5, 10 times 7 plus كذا. Now the second priority will be times plus division minus. From the left to right we have times. Also 10 times 7, 70. Plus division minus. So the highest priority between plus division minus will be the division part. Division part will be 8 over 4 will be 2. Okay? Then we have plus minus. So we'll start from left to right. The plus is before minus, so we'll start by plus. Okay? So 70 plus 2, 72, minus 6 will be 66. So this solution is 6 steps, solved in 6 steps. So for this 6 steps, you got the full point of this question. In the midterm will be for each question like this 2 points. Okay, 2 points. To get 2 points, you must put 6 steps. 6 steps. Okay, you got it? If you put directly the equation, the solution, the answer, you'll get 0. We don't need the answer. We need to show me, or to show us how C calculate this expression in memory, like this. Okay? Any question here?
اهم شيء انه ما نغلط انه هيدي مات، هي لازم نستعملها على القواعد اللي معطينا اياها.
سوري ما سمعتك جعيد.
عم بقول انه اهم شيء انه ما نغلط فيها، نعتبرها انه مات ونحلها على الكالكوليتر، لازم نعتمد على الطرق اللي
صح
بالقواعد.
صح. Here calculator will give you wrong answer. Will give you
minus 39.
صح. غير جواب. Okay? So it's wrong. Don't use calculator here. Okay, another example. Show how C will perform the following statements and what will be the final output. If we have int A equals 6, int B equal minus 3, int C equal 2. So we have A, B, C, integers. So this expression or arithmetic equations will be C equal A minus B times A plus C times C times 2 plus A over 2 times B. Okay. Print f the value of C is %dC. Okay. What is the final value of C here? We have here minus times parenthesis plus division time. So we start by the first priority will be to start with between parentheses. So we start between parentheses. Okay. Also inside the parentheses we have plus and times multiplication.
Points.
So we start by multiplication, not by plus. Okay. So the first step will be we replace the values A equal 6 minus B equal minus 3, A equal to 6, C equal to 2. The old value of C equal to 2. To calculate the new value of C. Okay. C, the old value is 2 times 2 plus A 6 over 2 times B minus 3. So we write this, we replace the values first, and then we decide to start with. So first we choose parentheses. So inside the parentheses we have plus and times multiplication. So we start by multiplication and calculate its value. So the new expression will be between parentheses 6 plus 4. Okay, still have parentheses. So again, we must calculate what is the inside of this parentheses. So again, start with to get this 6 minus 3 times 10, the parentheses, plus 6 over 2 times minus 3. Now we have minus multiplication plus division multiplication. So we start by multiplication division from left to right. So this multiplication is before division. So we start by these two numbers, not minus, by these two numbers, minus 3 times 10 to get this. So we get 6 minus 30 plus 6 over 2 times minus 3. Now, the highest priority in operators is division. So we start by this division, okay, to get its value. Here, be attention. 6 over 2 is 3, integer part, quotient part, not 3, comma, whatever. Okay, so 6 over 2 is 3. Now we have multiplication plus minus. So we start by multiplication. Again, we have here this 6 minus 130 plus minus 9 here. Okay, so we have minus a plus. Here the same priority, minus and the plus. So start from the left. The left will be this minus. So the equation will be 6 minus 30 is 36 plus minus 9. Now the last one will be 27. Okay, so the output will be in the code. Value of C is 27. As you can see, step 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 steps. 7 steps. 7 steps to get the value. Okay, 7 steps to get the value. Okay, so these 7 steps have 2 points. If you miss one, you will lose half points. Okay, I want from you, from this kind of exercises, show me all the detailed steps. Okay, you got it? Any question here?
Yes. دكتور حتى الناقص ما بنحطهم بلس يعني الا لاخر شيء.
لما تستعمل الماينس تقلبه لبلس. بس استعمله على الاخر شيء. بس استعمله بتقلبه. هون استعملناها. minus still remain minus because we don't use this. Don't start with. We start anything else. So when you use it, you convert it. Minus give us a plus. Okay?
طيب وبخصوص الدينومينيتور ليه انه قسمنا قبل ما نضرب الدينومينيتور؟
سوري عيد سؤالك.
الدينومينيتور برابع ستيب
6 over 2
تايمز minus 3. ليه لانه ما ضربنا الدينومينيتور بالاول.
left to right.
left to right. عندنا division ولا multiplication the same priority. We have the same priority.
from left.
Multiplication, division and modulus.
هلا
From left to right.
نتعلمنا كيف نجمع ونضرب يعني او كيف؟
لا مش كيف تضرب. انتبه كيف السي بيشتغل arithmetic series او arithmetic expression او equations inside the memory, inside the ALU, arithmetic logic unit. How the computer will solve this like this. So the calculation inside the computer is like that, not like your calculator, not like your thinking. Okay, so the calculation will be done like this inside the computer. Okay, ALU, arithmetic logic unit, inside the CPU. Okay, the calculation will be done like this. Okay, another example. Step by step show how int a equal 8, b equal 10, c equal 4. This big expression or arithmetic equations, what is the value? First step, we must replace the values. Okay, first step we want to replace. Yeah, we'll work together in this. Yeah, okay, we want to together. So first step, we replace the initial value. 8 modulus 5 over 2 plus space minus b minus 10 over parentheses inside 3 minus C, C4, space, times 4 plus A, 8 division by 2 times B, which is 10. So first step, we want to replace it. First step, we replace it. Here, we look at the parentheses. We have parentheses here or no?
Yes.
Yes, start with. We'll start with, okay? So we'll start in this. So we rewrite the whole expression. We write the whole expression and calculate this. So 3 minus 4 will give us minus 1, okay?
-1.
Now we have a modulus, division, plus, division, multiplication, addition, division, multiplication. So the highest priority here will be modulus, divide, division, and multiplication. From left to right, we got this before division. Okay? We got this before division. You got it? Okay? You got it? So we start by modulus before division. From left to right. From left to right. So we'll want to calculate this. Again, write it again. Here, 8 modulus 5. What is
3.
3? Remainder, yes, remainder. The remainder, 8 divide by 5, give us 1 quotient and the remainder 3. Bravo. 3. Okay, so 8 modulus 5 will be 3. The remainder, if you divide 8 by 5, okay? Now, we have division plus division multiplication. So, we start by this. Okay? Again, write it again, all the equation. Now, 3 divide by 2 give us what? 3 divide by 2. What? What?
1.
1. Quotient part. 1, not 1.5. It's not 1.5. It's 1. Integer over integer. Integers. Here we have integers. Integer over integer will give us quotient part, integer part. Not float point. It's not 1.5. It's 1. Now we have plus, division, multiplication, plus, division, multiplication. We start by بشو بنبلش؟ بشو يلا مين هلا اي ديفيجن منهم؟
minus 10
هيدي
على minus 1.
هيدي we start by minus 10 over minus 1 which give us what؟ بنبلش بها سوري هون اوكي
10.
شو بتعطينا؟ هون بنعوض بتعطينا 10 اوكي Okay, so minus 10 over minus 1 will give us 10. Now we have plus times division times. So we start again with this. Times before, from left to right. From left to right. So we start by this. Again, copy paste this. So 10 times 4 will give us 40. Now we have plus plus division times. So division. We start by division. Okay? And again. And again. And again. 8 divided by 2. Give us what? 4. Okay? Here we have 4 times 10 plus plus times. So we begin by times. The same. So 4 times 10 give us 40. We have less than 1 minute, okay? We have less than 1 minute. I will start again here. Now we have a plus a plus, plus a plus. So we start by this 140. And here this is black. So equal 41 plus 40 equal 81. You got it? We have less than 1 minute, less than 1 minute to Zoom exit us. Okay? Now I finish.